What's up, everybody? I didn't mean to leave the webcam on. I don't have a fresh cut right now, so oh well. It is what it is. Let's drive on. Gonna talk about this fight that didn't happen. It's very popular. It's trending right now amongst the manosphere, the sports sphere. Rahman Jr. blames Jake Paul for cancellation. It's not me pulling out. Jake Paul is scared to fight. What is my opinion regarding that? Who is scared to fight out in the world? Well, my surround sound speakers are plugged in. Doesn't need to be plugged in. Got too much audio stuff going on. Got a microphone, speakers, headphone with our headset. Anyways, let's dig into boxingscene.com a little bit. I thought there was going to be a fight. I was hoping that they would scrap it out. According to the picture, uh, Hasim isn't that much bigger than Jake Paul. Um, Hasim believes Jake Paul jumped the gun in canceling their cruiser bout. So here's what happened, in my opinion. A week out from the fight, Hasim, he's a bigger guy. He has to make weight. He wasn't able to do so. He felt that he wasn't able to do so, and then somewhere in this article, in the video that he shared, he says, I think it was on Twitter, he says that he couldn't make weight, but he wanted to make the fight happen, and he was down to do it. He was willing to take a pay cut, but he was going to be a little bit bigger than planned and agreed upon. So Jake Paul just says, "Okay, you're not going to make weight, then we're going to call the whole fight off." So I don't know. I'm not in the game of playing he said in this situation. This is the second straight time Paul has had a fight essentially canceled. Paul was originally supposed to face Tommy Fury, but Fury was unable to travel to the U.S. because of reported visa issues. Rahman was then handpicked to replace Fury. In a statement, Most Valuable Promotions, Paul's promotional company, stated that Rahman uh, reneged on the new contract weight and subsequently told Team Paul that they are pulling out of the fight unless the fight was agreed to at 215 pounds. Paul then said he had no other option but to scrap the entire card. So, this last piece here, Paul then said he had no other option but to scrap the entire card. MVP and Jake Paul will not reward someone that has conducted themselves in such a deceiving and calculated manner, the statement read. Therefore, MVP is left with no choice but to cancel the August 6th event. Okay, so they see that the agreed upon weight was not going to be met and they canceled. I think the UFC, the MMA is notorious for compromising their divisions, their weight divisions. Someone doesn't make weight, they're a little bit heavier, they go and win their fight, but there's an asterisk next to the victory. That's common in the UFC. I respect that boxing is more solid and credible and they actually hold the weight thing to the standard. And boxers care about their record and winning. A lot of money is on the line, so every little bit counts. I signed a contract to make 200 pounds within three and a half weeks that I had to do it. Rahman said in a video post on Instagram a few hours after the cancellation was announced. But I couldn't do it. I said my body simply would not let me do it. It would not let me get down to 200 pounds, but he signed the contract. So I believe both sides. He took the fight on short notice. So maybe this was probably expected. It didn't feel like there was a fight that was happening. And the marketing didn't seem like it was there, and the build-up really wasn't there. But where in boxing do you see them canceling fights a whole week in advance? I didn't even get my last week to get down as low as I could. I told this man, if penalties involved, keep the purse, keep the purse. I'd fight you for the minimum $5,000. That's how much it means to me. That's how much faith I have in knocking him out. Rahman, I hate that name, Rahman finds it ironic that Paul has been claiming that he beat him in sparring when when Rahman would have been at a weight closer to 230 pounds. If that was the case, Rahman, why get scared at fighting 210 or 215 pounds? All right. If they did fight, who do I think would win? I think Hasim is a legit boxer, but I think there's a chance that they don't get that much money from this fight. It wasn't heavily promoted, but somehow some way they know how to get some last minute buys and some last minute marketing and promotion. It's quick. Going viral can happen pretty fast, or getting promoted overnight in a matter of 2 or 3 days can happen pretty fast too. You'll just see the advertisements blanketed all over your social medias and your forums. So yeah, does Jake Paul have a chance? I think this would have been a close fight. Uh, I haven't seen Hasim's any of his current fights, so I watched. I'm a OG. I've seen his old man scrap, and Duke can fight. So if he's anything like his pops, then he's a real boxer, and he could give Jake Paul the business. But you can't discredit Jake Paul. He's in the mix, and he's a boxer, man. Jake Paul's a boxer, but he's also a cherry picker. He's picking, you know, he's managing, or he has someone managing his fights, his records. Someone they pick someone who's sort of kind of competitive, but they have a good chance at knocking out or beating. Anyways, that's my take on it. Both guys are solid boxers, scrappers, fighters. No hate on anybody here. I think both sides are kind of right in what they. I know I should have a more polarizing opinion and lean towards the other, but I mean, one guy couldn't make weight. He's a little bit bigger. The other party said, "Nah, you can't make weight. We won't fight." And they only had like 3 weeks to deal with it. It is what it is. They're not going to fight. It might be enough. It might add to the buildup for the future, but we'll see. We'll see. It's Jake's not really like scrapping with the list of boxers out there, the credible boxers, the Ryan Garcia's, the Canelo Alvarez's, the like the solidified and established boxers. So maybe that will begin at some point. But Hasim's no joke himself. I'll brush up on some of his fights though, in case I'm a bit inaccurate in my assessment of him or his fights, his fighting capabilities. All right, y'all. Peace out.